So welcome to On the Sofa with...
I'm Michael.
And I'm Malcolm.
Today,
and obviously this is the sofa, yes.
And this is the sofa.
What are you pointing to me for? This is the sofa.
Yeah, this is the sofa. This is Malcolm. No, today we're talking about a very serious subject because I think it's very...
Do we have to be serious as we talk about it?
No, we don't have to be serious, but we are going to talk about serious subject because it's about social media and being professional. You know, so many times I look at social media, we all use it. And Malcolm probably not as much. He's not a big social media fan. But people have a lot of opinions. And I think it's great that we can have a debate. I think we need to talk. That's what stimulates ideas. But it's when I see people put in their beliefs without considering that somebody else might have a different belief, that I find it's not exactly going to help us encourage people in the way that they're thinking.
The way I would phrase that is, we're all supposed to be able to have our own opinions, and certain social forums are where you can theoretically express your opinion. But to judge someone else's opinion is when we hit the problem. If someone gets something anatomically wrong, I did that once time on a social media forum. I made a comment back to someone because I realized that their anatomical reference was incorrect. And it wasn't a little mistake, it was quite an important mistake. Now, I'm not an anatomy expert, so I did a response back saying, I would just like to point out that when you're talking about this, I understand what you were saying, but the muscle reference you made was the incorrect muscle. If you're talking about what you're talking about, it should be this. I didn't know what I was expecting back, but what I got was definitely not what I expected. Because I wasn't just told I'm wrong, I was attacked intellectually, personally, professionally, on all levels. I was attacked back. Absolutely discouraged me from being anything to do with that social forum again. And I did, literally, that was one of my first experiences in the Pilates world with social media. And I don't use it anymore. I can't stand it for that reason. There's so much good information out there. There's so many wonderful things. But this idea of why do we need to suffer, and the word trolls, internet trolls, is very applicable. And I would say to people, please watch what you're saying. And there's positive ways to give advice and suggestions without being aggressive and attacking. There's enough. That's the key thing we're saying, I think.
Well, everything we've gone through with isolation, we were more cut off. We've been using the social media to have conversations. And listen, the Pilates world is diverse. It's a tapestry of different styles of Pilates, and it always has been that way.
And it will not change.
And it will not change. And you might be very passionate about your style, which is fantastic, but you have to respect that there's other people out there who believe differently. You know, I do not teach what they're calling today classical Pilates. I believe that you teach the body in front of you, and I always have done that way.
We could, if you wanted to.
Of course.
We know it. We've been around it all my career, all your career.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I know that, but I choose to teach a specific way. And I would give respect to anybody that chooses their style of Pilates. So I think to help the method and to help the community of Pilates, we have to take responsibility. If you have a page, you are in charge of the content. It has to be a page, a safe place, where people can meet and gather and talk without being judged.
So for me, the term policing is unfortunate. There are no such thing as Pilates police, but there are some people that think, all right, sometimes I would like to be Pilates police, but I bite my tongue a little bit. But there are some people that believe they've got that authority to be policing it. No, there's no one of us got this completely right. There's too much information out there that's changing all the time. I've always said, and the way I was brought up was, if you put forward an argument or a statement, you should be able to defend and explain that statement based on reality. And ultimately, you will get to a point where no more debate happens, and it's just, this is my opinion, that's my opinion, and unless you want World War III, you're going to have to leave the table unhappy that someone's not taking on your advice. But that's their choice. It's called a free society, and I think that's what we find a lot of times is we get teachers who have had their confidence knocked completely from underneath them because they're on their own in their place, in their town, in their village, in their area of the world, and they're doubting themselves, they're questioning themselves, which is healthy in a certain
Any
level.
teacher that questions what they're doing is a good thing.
Yes.
Because that means that you're open to moving forward with the method.
And then we see them put the question onto a social forum, thinking it's a
Safe
Pilates
space.
community, and suddenly there's this throwing of, first thing, let's go for people selling. People selling what they're doing as being so much better, and I'm the one that can solve all your problems. Okay, we all have to make a living. We're here, we sell what we do, and we need that to make a living. It's how we earn our money. But that's fine as long as it's clear that you're selling something. But to sell, it's called negative selling. If you think about the McDonald's and Burger King, in Argentina, they're allowed to do negative marketing, and what they did there was here's one of their burgers and here's the other's burger, and they put them side by side on the posters. Which one would you rather buy? Well, the burger speaks for itself. This is this and this is this. But when you get statements saying you are wrong, I'm the only one that's right, I'm the one that's telling you that I've got all the right information to tell you what you've done is useless.
That's not good. So it's not healthy. So all we're asking on this short on the sofa today,
We'll make it a short one.
We'll make it a short one. Is that be responsible. If you have opinion, that we love that. We don't like people to do everything that they're told to do. We like people to think for themselves. Have an opinion, but respect others. Take responsibility. If you have a page where people come and talk and chat, you have to monitor that. You've created that page, and you have to monitor what happens on there, that it is a safe space. If you're going to sell something, make it clear you're selling it. And, if you're...
Well,
if you're selling something, make it clear you're selling it. We sell stuff on social media, and absolutely, it's a great place to do that. But be mindful, be respectful.
and please respect that not everyone can handle emotionally. They're not ready to hear something that's very aggressive. We're not all thick-skinned by nature, and I really do take some umbrage at people that seem to think everyone can handle your version of hard truth. And so if you're using a site, and sometimes it's the only way we've got of communicating with some teachers is through these forums. Not all the people that run the forums have the time, there's high volume, they're going to miss things. So if you see something that you think, this doesn't rest well with me, whether it's to you or someone else, instead of saying, oh, isn't that really bad? Why don't you help police the site as well by saying to the organizer of the site, I really think this is inappropriate, or take on a defense saying, I think you can say your point without actually attacking the person you talk to. At what point do we say we're all responsible for policing these sites? So I definitely know that a lot of our teachers rely on these websites to talk to each other, to bounce ideas off each other. And what we get a lot is people, when they've been doing that for a few weeks over a topic, will then come to us and say, can I have your opinion now? Because we don't go into all of them, because again, if we go into all of them, it looks like we're trying to sell ourselves. But we're not. We just are full of opinions. That's why we're sitting on the sofa.
So on this short talk today,
Short.
be professional, be responsible, and promote what we're doing in a positive way.
Let's be a method for a positive image to both the public, who also join these sites, and other teachers. Because if you do one set of negative stuff, it's not just you. It's anyone else associated with your product. So if you come from one school and you're aggressive to other teachers of another school, all of those other schools are going to look negatively at all those other teachers. So it doesn't create unity as an industry. And without unity, we're not going to reach a place where we all might find a happy place to be together.
Guys, take care, be safe, have fun, and we'll see you again on another episode of On the Sofa.
And you never know, I might actually talk to some of you on social media. Bye.